Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Alan's Cloud. Today we're going to take a look at how to change the favorite icon or favicon.ico for a Univision corporate server. And don't worry if you're not running a Univision server, really this information should apply to anybody who's doing a commonly self-hosted website these days. So if you want to know more about the favorite icon and what it is and maybe how to change it for your site, let's get right to it. All right, so first, what is a favorite icon? Well, if you used almost any kind of a updated browser lately, you've seen one. It's just a little picture. It's used on the tab for when the website, is up, or when you're saving a bookmark. Sometimes it's the company logo. Sometimes it's just a simple letter or picture. And so let's take a look at how Firefox actually does this. So here you can see, the favorites bar is what I have enabled up here. And each of these little icons right here is the favorite icon. The other place that they get displayed is up here in the tabbed view. So each of these little icons is the favorite icon from a particular website as well. And even Wikipedia, here this is the favicon wiki page. Wikipedia's favorite icon is this W. So if you are self-hosting a website, that's what we're talking about changing here today. In particular, I use the Univision corporate server. This thing is it's great. I've done several videos on it before. You can download the ISO here and roll your own, create your own virtual machine, or you can actually download a pre-made virtual machine. They've got, VirtualBox and KVM and ESXi here, depending on your hypervisor that you're using. So it's a great system. I use it to host my particular website, which is just a WordPress instance, really. It's also got my Nextcloud instance. It's my mail server. And it's all backed up by LDAP, right? So, when you're running this system, you create one username, and that creates them an email address with a username and password, and then that allows them to log into any of the different services that you're hosting on this particular type of server. And the Univision folks have put a lot of great work into this. There's a lot of different software that you can actually select and install. And, but what you want to try to do when you're hosting this, of course, you're self-hosting, you want to try to personalize it. So one of the first things I did was I kind of dug in under the hood of the Univision system, and it's basically Debian. It's a Debian Linux distribution that they've done a lot of customization work to, and it's a great system. And one of the first things I did was I changed my favorite icon. Well, I had to do it the other day because there was an update to the Univision system. And sometimes when that happens, that actually resets back to the original Univision favorite icon, which actually, I think it looks like this. When you're, self-hosting, it uses their icon. And here, I ran across this article from one of the Univision staff where he says that you currently can't change it inside of the portal, for the portal inside of the settings. And while that's a true statement, you can actually go in under the hood, and log in and actually set that favorite icon to what you want. And it does work. I've been doing it all along. And I'll show you right here. So this is the portal page for my particular website. And, when you log in, there's other applications that show up here. You can customize how this looks too. I've put this picture here and my little logo up in the corner. All of that's customizable. But to change the favorite icon that shows up in the browser, and when you set it as a favorite here, that you have to do through FTP, basically, or SSH. There's a couple of different ways to do it. And, right now I've got this little zombie cloud icon, which I thought was kind of funny. And I've been using that, but I have the logo here, and I think I'm going to change it today. You can find a whole bunch of different websites out there on how to change these things or actually create them from a picture that you have. This one right here, favicon.io. These guys, the reason why I'm showing you everything, including these tabs up here at the top, is to be able to show you how it shows up in the tab, but also because I wanted to show you here in their particular website. One of the cool features of this site is that when you play around with this, it shows you a preview, right here of what it's going to look like. And you can see that's the same icon that's up here in the tab. Well, one of the things that I kind of came across as I was playing around with this is sure, you can change the font here, and it changes it right away. But if you notice, it actually changes it right in the tab in real time. So if I wanted to change this, to an A, and change the font. I don't know what cranky looks like. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if you can see that it's rather small, but this is the new tab icon up here at the top, so you get to see in real time, what the particular design you're creating looks like. And I think that's kind of cool. They don't charge anything for this. You can customize it and then download it, and then that ICO file, favicon.ico, ICO, is what we're going to transfer over with FileZilla in our case here today. So this particular website, you can generate it from text and create it that way, or you can create it from an image, which is one of the things that I did as well. I have, let's see here, I'll show you my little zombie cloud guy. Drop it in there, and there's the preview of what it looks like. And then when you hit download, it gives you a zip file, and it gives you a whole bunch of different files for some of the different systems that are out there. Android, Apple, but it also gives you the favorite icon.ico file. So it's really handy, really easy to use. I've also found this other website here, favicon generator for real. And so I think I'm going to use this one here today, and we're going to actually use my new logo, and well, the same one, but you'll see it doesn't have the Allen's Cloud name underneath it. But one of the things that I really like about these guys' particular website is it shows you, right here, this is what the normal default theme for a browser, that's what your icon is going to look like. So I just uploaded that particular logo of mine. And then, cool thing, it shows you the dark theme, shows you what a website's going to look like, and then, on a mobile platform, what it's going to look like too. So this is actually super cool. And then, if you chose to use it as an icon for, an iOS or something like that, it gives you a preview of what that looks like too, and for Android. So pretty slick. And this particular one, I think I'm going to customize this a little bit. I like how it pops, because if it's dark blue like this on a black background, it's not going to pop. So I do like having the white background to it. You really can't see that on the default theme, which is perfectly fine. But what I'm going to do here, well, let's see here. We're going to change this just a little bit. Number one, we're going to put that all the way to F's, so as white can be. And then we're going to change the size of this. Okay, so what I've done here is if you go too big, this background radius, it's kind of clipping off the edges and giving it kind of a rounded look. But if you go too big, it can't do it. So you come down just a little bit, and there I get my nice rounded edges, look like a little chiclet tile, and I kind of like that. So, and I think that'll do it. So what I'm going to do here is I'll scroll down and just hit generate. All right, so we're going to download that. All right, I'm going to save that. That popped in here. I'll take that one and we'll put it in here with our icons. And we're going to extract that one. Okay. So the new icon file that we're going to use is this one right here. And we are going to switch it over to FileZilla now. And let's take a look. So here in the icons folder, that new package is called favicon package version 0.16. And I have already, up at the top here, logged into my Univision corporate server. So really, you may not have to log in if you're hosting this locally. In the Univision system, the favorite icon file is located under var and www. So that's where your robots.txt file is. So you can edit that as well in here. And but your favorite icon is this one right here. So this one is the one that I currently have, that little zombie cloud one. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to drag this new one over here. And overwrite is the option. You can't see it, but that's the option I'm going to select. And so now this new icon that we created is now the favorite icon. All right, so now that the new favorite icon is in place, it's only going to take a few minutes for that to pretty much update, but one of the things you might have to do is clear your browser cache before it actually pops up. And that's pretty much it. You've uh, either created one or taken a picture that you've got and turned it into a new favorite icon here. And just like I've done, if you're running maybe not a Univision corporate server, but the file structure for many different websites, whether it's Apache or which is what Univision uses under the hood, there's an index.html. There's certain files that are essentially the core of a website, and it's you just find in yours wherever the favicon.ico file is hosted, replace it, and clear your browser cache, and it should pop up pretty much immediately. And I think that's it for this video. Pretty easy. Please like this video if you found it useful, and of course subscribe to the channel. I'm still trying to build my subscriber base. So thank you very much. Have a good one.